Hello, dear friends. Steve Biko has announced a white sum for today, Sunday, as tensions rise in the Middle East. There is a mix of bad news with good rumors, the outcome of which remains to be seen. I dare not to put my hand in the fire, but I report the rumor. Opinion piece. 9/11 2 years earlier. Did Matrix predict 9/11 2 years in advance? Neo's passport dated 9/11. The Big Lebowski wrote 9/11. Rumors of imminent great events. Many are eager to see great things. Is it a White Sun event approaching? Iran strikes Israel with dozens of drones. There is a mix of bad news and good rumors. Let's start. It is 25 years since the release of the first Matrix film, and new theories continue to emerge. Following the news of that Warner Bros. Has confirmed that the fifth installment of this science fiction series is on the way, fans have discovered a strange coincidence that is making conspiracy theorists' hair stand on end, according to David Moricand. In the original 1999 film, when Agent Smith interrogates Neo, his passport with an expiration date of September 11, 2001, the day of the attacks on the World Trade Center, appears in that scene. The passport screenshot has gone viral after being posted on Reddit, leading many to formulate various theories. A year before the release of The Matrix, the Big Lebowski wrote the date of 9/11 on a check. This has sparked various theories and speculation, with some suggesting that this is either a bug in the Matrix or a deliberate message. The coincidence has also been linked to the 1998 film The Big Lebowski, where the dandy drives a check date 9/11. Taking into account that The Matrix was released 2 years before the tragic attacks, this shows that time is a flat circle. As Nietzsche said in his Myth of the Eternal Return, we would be trapped in the Matrix and our life would be nothing more than an algorithmic construction that from time to time cries out for us to wake up to the simulation to which we are slaves. Simulation. 20 years after its release, 25 years after its release, the first Matrix film continues to spark debates, philosophical conversations, and even scientific discourses. For example, a physics professor claimed last year to have found evidence that we live in a virtual reality simulation. Physicist Melvin Bobson drew a parallel between the way the universe is arranged and the patterns one might find in a computer program. Bobson said, in quotes, "My studies point to the strange and interesting possibility that we do not live in an objective reality, and that the entire universe could be a super advanced virtual reality simulation." His version might raise some valid questions about the simulation hypothesis, a theory proposed by Oxford University philosopher Nick Bostrom. War rumors. Iran attacks Israel by launching dozens of drones into its territory. Israel estimates that Iran launched more than 100 drones. Iran threatened Israel for the attack on its consulate in Damascus, according to CBS. Biden wants Iran not to dare attack Israel. Israel expected an attack from Iran this Saturday, according to the Wall Street Journal. Iran captures a ship linked to Israel in the Persian Gulf. Hundreds of Israeli settlers attack Palestinian villages in the occupied West Bank after the death of an Israeli child. USA. RV is rumored to happen right after this weekend. Intelligence gurus are aligned on this. It is the big white sun excuse me, is the big white swan event coming? It's a question. Has Donald Trump signed an agreement with the BRICS? Asks Steve Biko. The only reason the BRICS have not globalized is because the US has resisted. Debt forgiveness would be the second step. Resolving military conflicts around the world would be the third step, according to Phil Godlewski. Current events demonstrate the need for honest witnesses. We need to return things to the center, to the balance, to the heart from now on. According to Caroline Oceana Ryan, many are impatient and ask for war, hunger, separatist base intentions, these emotions to disappear, and for all forms of violence to be released. No more interference from the lower realms will be tolerated. Los Angeles residents managed to help homeless people. Biden considers closing the legal process against Julian Assange. Johnson and Trump announced election integrity bill requiring proof of citizenship to vote. The US will celebrate the return of the World's Fairs that wowed the world in 1890s, such as the New York World's Fair on 1939, the Chicago World's Fair of 1893, and the Nashville World's Fair on 1897. There are even claims of free energy technology using Tesla towers during those fairs. The second global meeting on renewable energy will take place in 2024. Economy. The price of oil could reach up to $100 per barrel amid instability. Gold price rises as tension in the Middle East intensifies. The price of copper reaches maximums, following the trend of gold. The Treasury prohibits the import of copper, aluminum, and nickel from Russia. Kristalina Georgieva is re-elected as managing director of the IMF. The world economy could be headed for a decade of low growth, according to the IMF. The IMF is preparing a financial revolution, according to Tyler Dutton. The BRICS grain exchange will increase food security. Russia reduces external debt to a record level. Europe. Denmark extends its border control with Germany for 6 months. Germany sends a Patriot anti-missile system to Ukraine. Germany accused of forcing neighbors to buy cheap gas from Russia. The EU will take legal action against Germany if it doesn't change its natural gas tax legislation. France is the largest importer of Russian natural gas, despite its belligerence. Hungary considers it economic suicide to exclude natural gas from the energy balance. EU ambassadors refuse to commemorate Russia's fight against Nazi Germany. The Netherlands and Japan resist limiting their cheap trade with China. The Etna volcano sent spectacular smoke rings into the sky in Sicily, Italy. The best night train in Europe. The price of the ticket for the Venice Simplon Orient Express can be worth it if you want to sleep well. This train makes the journey from Paris to Istanbul. Reviewers rave about the champagne on arrival, the opulent compartments, and the attentive service, like on the old Orient Express. Spain. Banks operating in Spain earned 23,000 million in 2023, 20.3% more. The IMF improved Spain's growth by 0.4 in 2024, up to 1.9%. The extraction of Asturian gold comes to light in the largest gold deposit in Europe. Renewable Hydrogen Technological Observatory to promote technological advance. Spain will lead the growth of employment linked to green molecules, according to a report. Spanish doctors perform heart surgery on a teenager with a robot for the first time. Spain and Norway declare themselves ready to recognize Palestine as a state. Spain and the UK and the EU make significant progress on Gibraltar. Americas. Mexico denounces to the UN the serious violations of its embassy in Quito. The Argentine justice accuses Iran of the Buenos Aires attacks in 1992 and 1994. Consumption in Argentina plummets by up to 12% in the heat of the recession. The Argentine middle class is on the verge of extinction with the rise in rent, food and education. Milei advances in the dismissal of thousands of state employees, and the unions prepare their fight. Elon Musk promises investments in Argentine lithium after receiving Milei in Texas. Karina Milei consolidates her political power in Argentina with the construction of the Libertarian Party. Bukele's new challenge, forging a solid economy for El Salvador. An NGO accuses two Western companies of part of illegal deforestation in Brazil. 95,000 people flee the Haitian capital in 1 month due to a wave of violence. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.